You guys want to pose for the crowd?
Okay. One more time.
Wheel the professor.
Wheel the professor.
I couldn't bring my gun because I wanted to talk about this.
Okay, thank you. All right, who's our next? Thank you, contestants.
Right thing.
Patrick.
All right, here we go. Brooke Young, mowed by Barbara Wilcox, Nathan Von Akun. Nathan Von Akin.
Okay, we have an honorable mention. I'm afraid there's no prize that goes with that, but there were so many outstanding costumes that our judges said, hey, you know, we have to just acknowledge a couple of these cosplayers. So our first honorable mention are Samantha and Rick Ponte, Princess Leia, and Boba Fett. I mean, you guys can, it's honorable mention, so we don't actually have a prize for you. But yeah, you come up and take some more pictures. Yeah. Okay, and in an unprecedented move, we have yet another honorable mention. And our second honorable mention is Justin and Tristan Utes, Anakin Skywalker, and Captain Rex.
Are they hating on Star Wars, man? I'm looking at you. Are you hating? Do you hate George Lucas? Look at that. Did you see Harley Quinn? She's a Trekkie. She's a Trekkie. That's why y'all.
It's in the force. I can feel it.
Okay, now we get into those awards for which we do have prizes. Third prize are 4 $10 each gift certificates to our fantastic sponsor, Third Eye Comics. Those are Brandy, Becky, Camille, and Christy. Princess Bubblegum.
You're going to share those, right?
I'm sorry, what?
That's cold.
No.
Give it up.
Okay, our second prize is 4 gift certificates to Third Eye Comics, each in the amount of $15. And those are, see, it's my turn to butcher the names now, since Patrick did the first time around. Nikhil thank you. Jay Minix. Karen.
Wasn't just me, man.
Casey Tran.
Give it up for the X-Men.
Yeah, come on.
grand prize. First place, 4 gift certificates to fabulous sponsor Third Eye Comics, each in the amount of $25, and this fabulous trophy.
This is it.
Go to our first place winner, Jonathan and Kelly Shannon, Booker and Elizabeth, BioShock. Oh, come stand in the center.
You need the money.
That's who gets all my money.
All right, and please, a big round of applause to all.
Give it up! Give it up!
And let's hear it for our wonderful panel of judges.
Super art fight! Hand dance!
If you won the costume contest,
got a minute for a quick interview?
we'll take pictures of everybody.
All right, Booker
if you
and
were
Shannon.
in the costume contest and you won a group picture,
Congratulations,
please turn
obviously.
around.
Thank you very much. At
Wonderful.
first, I didn't really know you were in costume. You look just like sophisticated patrons here.
Well, in D.C., I guess we could potentially fit in a historic look.
Well, tell us how this
is
evolved.
BioShock.
Yes, tell us how this evolved.
Well, I've been a big gamer for a while, and John and I started playing games together at home. And I decided this year I wanted to try to do cosplay because we've been going to conventions for a number of years, but we've never actually dressed up. But one of the issues that I have is, working full time and not having a ton of time or money necessarily to put into doing a costume. I thought it would be fun as part of my blog to do something about, how you can do it on a budget. So.
And something you could actually wear at work. Yeah, sure.
So we started, made our list and went to thrift stores and tried to find stuff that would be doable for us to do based on our limited skill set and budget and everything, and we succeeded. So I was pretty happy about it.
Well, it's just not fair. You're so attractive, so you probably look good in so many other clothes, whatever you decide to wear. Could you hold up the award there? The trophy is beautiful.
Yeah, it's great.
Now, you have a mantle place for that to go?
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah. I might have to take it to work or something, or John can take it to work.
Yeah, we'll rotate.
Okay, you figure out a way that you can share it. It looks great though.
You guys wouldn't have mentioned that this costs less than $100.
Yeah.
Nobody would have known.
Well, and that was
I think that's part of the point.
Yeah.
Because it looks great.
Thank you.
There's another booker running around and he has the sky hook. Doesn't look anywhere as good as this. So thank you.
Yeah, and I saw that online and I was like, no way we can afford to buy this guy.
It kind of reminds me of that pop song Macklemore's got out right now about thrift shops and saving money, etc.
All about the thrift shops. Yeah,
great. So if someone wants to see more, I assume you do other things. Have you ever done anything like this before?
Not like this, but we're gearing up. I do a blog. I review games. CapitalGamer.com.
CapitalGamer.com.
Yeah,
okay.
yeah.
We got some cards.
I do, but we're getting ready for San Diego Comic-Con. I'm really excited, so we're gonna dress up for that as well. And I've been trying to keep the budget down on those costumes as well. But that's kind of
how are you getting out there?
That's the big leagues. So gotta get in shape for Comic-Con.
Well, this is the playoff, so to speak, and you did really well today. Considering all the talent that's in this room, every reason to be excited. Speaking of talent, there's some noise going on in the background. Okay, so we're going to look up for you online. Can you just take a look at your card there? Look at what we got here. A little.
It's actually my purse. So yeah.
How practical. And a black version of the Capitol building. How's that working? That's it. I like that. CapitalGamer, blogspot.com. Thank you so much. Shannon, Jonathan, it's a pleasure to meet you both. Thank you very much. See you soon. We got an email for you, so we can send you a hello. Design select.
And a lot of contests will be using entries for your core and sometimes they'll have like a best individual.
Oh, okay.
Is there a giant listing on the internet in some place? I've been looking for one for like all events that you can cosplay at by region or something extremely difficult.
I know on Cosplay.com they have like a list of events all over the country, but it's not every single event.
And then there's always brand new ones popping up like this.
Right. You really.
If you have an extra card, it'd be great.
I'm sorry.
If you have an extra card, that would be great. I'd love to get footage on you.
Random stuff.
The rubber chicken in there?
All the important things to be in there.
That's a slapstick staple, the rubber chicken.
Yes, I was. Do you have any else? Yes, I do.
Pitchfork.
There's Otakon. Otakon in Baltimore. What is that? Otakon is an anime and video game convention. That's in August.
On judging, right?
I don't think I would say.
Is this your first judging?
No.
Okay, good.
Well, then you're an expert. By our standards, you are. You seem like you.
I become an expert.
But you sounded like you know what you were talking about because you were getting questions about what the edicts are for certain styles or approaches to themes, right?
Well, I've been attending conventions for about 6 years now. I've competed in several conventions and I've judged at probably about 4 conventions now. So I have some experience doing it, but I've also talked to people that have been doing this for either much longer than I have or have been doing the contest much more frequently than I have.
But do you come out with the basic same results? I mean, in the end, it's all about who has the best costume for the job in a sense, right?
Well, it's not always just who has the best quality costume, because you can also just buy the best quality costume, and that's fine. I'm a big proponent of if you want to make it or buy it, that's fine. But in a costume contest, I tend to give people a little bit of a bump if they did make it. But almost more importantly than that is how your personality comes out, because this isn't a like Halloween party costume contest. This is cosplay. This is costume play.
It's about acting. It's theater, right?
It's a bit of theater, and when you're going to come up to me and I say like, well, why did you pick that character? Because I'm too short to do any other character. That's hysterical.
Now, did someone actually say that today? No, I know he did. I think that was tongue in cheek. I think we actually spoke with him. Yeah, I understand your point though.
But I mean, it's tongue in cheek, but it's appropriate for the character as
I see.
well.
Yeah.
So that has a lot to do with it, and your attitude and how you present to the judges and how you present to the crowd. If you just come up, you're all normal. I'm Harley Quinn, hi, or if you come up, Harley Quinn here.
So I noticed that was a little theatrics on your head. Do you have some theatrical background?
I acted when I was really young. I don't do acting now, but I'm a theater technician. I'm a sound and lighting tech.
I think she knows something about acting.
Are you Harlequin?
Sometimes.
What is your costume right now?
This is 1950s Harley Quinn. I love Harley as a character. I've done several versions of her, and I love the 50s, and I wanted to do something fun and different, and it was a lot more comfortable. Thank you.
Is Hanpan your stage name?
Yeah, it's my stage name. It's my nickname. It's the name I've been going by for since I was in high school.
Seems to fit you.
Thank you.
Thank you so much for sharing.
Thank you.
You have a lovely smile. Now, do you sing is my question.
I do. Yes.
Ah. I don't know if you can give us a few notes. What's some of your favorite music?
I really love all kinds of music, but Harley does sing a little bit.
And who are you most compared to?
In terms of singing or
Yes,
like
in performance in general.
I don't think everyone's ever compared me to a performer before.
Are you one of a kind, would you say?
I think I'm one of a kind.
Do you have your own style of singing? Have you written anything?
When I was younger, yeah, I used to write music.
Ah, that's a long song. When I was younger, I used to write music. I would love to hear you sing sometime, really. I have a feeling you have a very melodic voice.
Thank you.
Yes, indeed. Okay, so we have your information here, so if we want to find out more, you're on Facebook, right?
Yep, I'm on Facebook. You can email me. I'm always, even if I don't get back to you right away, I will get back to you in time.
Thank you so much for sharing.
No problem.
See you soon.
Thank you so much.
Thanks a lot.
You're ready for Jimmy Fallon, I think. Right? Yeah, you are.
Hey, girl.
Hey, I'm going to say hello to Anakin and his son. Hi. All right. This is Jason.
Hi.
You ready? Yep. Okay. you see, great sense of humor, I have to admit. You noticed something that was amiss in the force tonight. But you should be commended for all the work that went into this. And I know as you put it out, you really spent a lot of time on it.
It's a labor of love, definitely.
Indeed. The materials that you use here are what?
They're all ABS plastics. So it's a vacuum form that somebody else did for us. And then actually you go to a hardware store and you get things like plastic for sale signs and things like that. And then you use Bondo and you hot glue it, some glue it and bond it and sculpt it, cut it and shape it.
Glue guns.
Glue guns,
Yeah.
and a lot of Velcro. So take it on and on.
There we go. There we go. Now, as we commented earlier, I thought this was not earlier, one of the earlier Star Wars, and in fact, it's a much more updated version of the character. Which is the character again?
Yeah, this is Captain Rex from the Clone Wars, the cartoon animated series. It was aired on Cartoon Network. So what that came on, produced by George Lucas. And so it was the show. It's a cartoon series that fills in between episode 2 and episode 3 of the Star Wars. So I have a whole new series of characters aimed at the younger generation, but a lot for the older guys too.
Okay. So what is this actual little appendage here?
This is a rangefinder that comes down, and that's what they use to see in the dark and help him target. So
Good. It seems like a practical, everyday kind of usage then, right?
Absolutely, yes.
All right. Well, thank you. I'm still thinking of you as a stormtrooper from the late 70s Star Wars.
All part of the same series, absolutely.
All right. Anakin, thank you so much for sharing. And you guys really deserve, maybe you can take your costume to the next event.
Plan on it.
Okay.
Definitely plan on it. It's always building on more and more each time.
Okay. See you then.
Great, thank you.
And I just want to say hello and make sure that we get a little segment in there about you.
Sure, I wasn't even in the contest though.
Well, but for some reason we just seem to be attracted to your character.
You were mentioned by Han as being a compass. Yes.
Oh, yeah, we're friends.
Yeah.
There you go. All right. So just want to spend a minute with you. How did you conceptualize in this adaptation of the character?
Well, actually, I didn't originally plan on cosplaying this character because this is the sequel. Like, this is from Final Fantasy X-2, a sequel to Final Fantasy X, which is a much better game. So I originally wanted to cosplay this character from Final Fantasy X. However, my sister was making her first cosplay, and she wanted to make it from X too. And she's like, I can't do it by myself. You have to be my Yuna.
Pretty big, huh?
I suppose. And then I decided I know the whole boob thing is probably distracting, but I decided to do it this way.
Is it? I'm not noticing.
I've seen so many cosplayers do this costume with like flesh and then like paint the design on like flesh fabric.
Like Laura Croft. Did Laura Croft do that when she first came out, Tomb Raider?
Laura Croft didn't have a big cleavage. She just had big boobs. But like this, like I've seen people like instead of using their cleavage, they would actually use like just flesh fabric, and it kind of.
Now that
it's
is
more
distracting.
modest. It's more modest, but it takes away from the image, in my opinion. So
Sure.
it's like if I'm gonna do this costume, I might as well go all out.
Yeah.
So it's sometimes a little uncomfortable, but I feel like I don't know how.
Do you feel like J-Lo Going out in one of her music videos somehow?
Sometimes. At this convention, definitely, because there's a lot, especially today. Yesterday, maybe not so much, but today there's less cosplayers.
Sure.
So I walk around and people are staring at me, and sometimes it's
Yes,
uncomfortable.
admiringly. Get used to it.
I mean, it's fun though because people. I mean, they think it's really cool. It's not a character that's done a lot, and when it is, it's not always done fairly well. So I like to think I did a decent job.
Well, I want to say thank your mama and your daddy for their contributions.
Okay, will do.
Really, that's a great costume, by
Thank
the
you
way.
so much.
And by the way, if you if people want to see you online, are you on Facebook? Or you?
I am on Facebook. My fan page is Valnika Cosplay. That's VALNIKA Cosplay.
Okay. Great. Hope to see you again.
Yeah, for sure. Thank you so much.
All right. You lost an earring, by the way.
No, it's there's only
Just
one.
kidding.
I was like, wait, really?
Just kidding. Gotcha. See you soon.
Yes, thank you so much.
You carry a card?
I do.
Your theater lighting, you said, or the sound?
Well, you
Something
used to-
I'm
sound.
trained in theater and
Okay.
lighting.
Oh, okay, okay.
Sound, but I'm actually studying law.
Oh, okay, great.
Okay.
All right.
Somehow that seems connected. I don't know. I mean, depending on what aspect of the law you're going into as well.
Intellectual property.
Intellectual property.
Okay.
You have idea people.
Yes. Which, honestly, Comic Convention, great place to find ideal people.
I was
who are
thinking-
probably going to get sued.
No,
Right, yeah, you're gonna need some, you need some representation, yeah.
This is where they skirt the line between what's considered, my idea versus everyone else's idea. Right.
And how much can you use someone else's character? That's my favorite. I love character cosplay or character copyright.
Thank you, copyright.
No, this makes a lot of sense for you, actually. IP.
That's an interesting side question on the intellectual property for just cosplay. Is there licensing issues? Are there?
Yeah, I'm actually working on writing a paper on it because there's no academic legal discussion on the topic.
And then when you put something on YouTube and let's say it really goes somewhere, like it becomes like size, thing,
Actually, a lot of people first heard Psy's Gangnam Style because of a cosplay video from Legend of Korra, where they did all of the characters of Legend of Korra, and they did Psy's video with these characters. That was how a lot of people in the cosplay community found out about Psy's song.
And that was part of the genius he did. He let everybody use that song in different interpretations.
Yeah, and I think in part it blew up so quickly that it would have been almost impossible to follow and take down. But then you're also skirting the lines of like, what's parody, what's fair use, how much are you commenting on their music video, how much are you just...
Well, that's true. You get there's precedents for that, though.
There's Weird Al.
Weird Al Yankovic.
He's saying he can do whatever he wants, but as a courtesy, he doesn't do anything unless he gets the permission from the original artist.
So are you saying maybe this blew up so fast that they didn't intend to have the kind of like open licensing? It's a thought, maybe?
I think, personally, I think that might be part of the question, part of why it blew up so fast, because it was literally almost overnight.
Yeah, it went so fast.
3 million
So do you think, maybe if it didn't blow up so fast, they might have tried to claim
Part of me says possibly, but
copyright.
But the other part of me, in what I've read about Psy, he's just kind of doesn't really care that much.
He's in South Korea. He's happy to.
He's happy to branch it out.
Down and it hadn't gone anywhere, he would not be in a better position than he is now.
Right. You think,
But obviously, you got a pretty big payout as a result of the film.
That's what I'm saying. If he hadn't gotten the exposure from all the YouTube stuff and the parody and everything, he would not be in the position he's in now.
Right.
If he had tried clamping down on it, he just, who gives a shit?
Was half of the music gets in Spain, the exposure.
And if he had tried
But that's
shutting
because
down,
he's from South Korea, a smaller market. If it was a major artist,
They have done a couple shows in Annapolis and this is the first one in D.C. that Awesome Con has done.
And how'd you become a part of this?
I know Ben, the promoter, from a number of local shows, and I just volunteered.
Ben's here today.
Yes, he's here. He's somewhere around here today.
Okay, yeah, he's floating around.
Yes.
Now, this is just sort of starting off on a sobering note because this has been a big week in the country.
Hold on here. Okay, good.
Obviously, the police presence is...
Yeah, we see a lot of police here today, and right now there's a lot more security in D.C. in general as a result of what's been going on this past week in Boston. And so there's even a check. I mean, there's a lot of sort of fake weapons around here.
Right.
And so you have to be sort of careful about that kind of stuff nowadays, right?
They put some notices up on the webpage about realistic weapons, and they said if it looks too close, don't bring it. There are a lot of people. I'm not sure if you saw the real long gun had the little red thing on top, but they do kind of monitor that, and they allow a little self-monitoring as well.
That's a judgment call.
Yeah. So, but if they look too realistic, they'll just like, no, don't bring it. Don't even try and come at it.
Yeah, because I mean, even some of the things that you see in here, like people would look strange on the street, and it's not Halloween, so you have to kind of use your judgment as to what's considered acceptable, right?
Yep. Common sense really helps in this. Most of the people who do the cosplay, they're familiar with what will pass and what won't pass, so they don't try and push the boundaries too much.
So cosplay relates to weapons, right?
Cosplay relates to the dressing up, costume play.
I see. Okay.
So yeah, it's just a short term for cosplay. People that dress up, they know what weapons they can use and what. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
I got you.
So
the turnout is pretty good. And this is only the first year here in D.C.
First year in D.C. Yep. They've got plans for next year right now. The initial number that I heard was yesterday was about 4,000. It's just an estimate, but very big turnout.
That's very good for D.C.
Very big turnout. Yeah. We had some good guests though, so we had a big draw.
Yeah. Now, well, Stan Lee's not here though, because I know he would be a major draw.
Stan Lee's a major draw wherever he goes. Yes.
And I was hoping to see Frank Cho, because he's kind of a local phenomenon.
He is from Beltsville, I believe.
Beltsville, yes. Liberty Meadows is about a character in Beltsville.
Yes, it is. Yeah. And he actually went to University of Maryland as well.
That's right, College Park.
Yes, he did.
Yes, right near Beltsville.
Yep.
So tell us about what the sort of variety of vendors here that we have.
I think you can find vendors for just about everything comic related here. We had somebody looking for Barbies today. I was like, I don't think you're going to find Barbies, but you'll find modern age comics, bronze, silver, golden age comics, all kinds of comics. See patches and action figures and t-shirts and costume play. It's literally just about anything a comic book connoisseur could want.
And some of this stuff appreciates in value, so if you've been saving...
Yep. In many cases, I don't want to say all cases, but in many cases the comic books will increase in value. The costumes are more than likely just a one-off, or you buy them because you like them. But there are some valuable comic books in the room today.
I'm sure you have some questions.
I think this is pretty good. First time in D.C. Is this something that goes to other cities? Are you part of a touring circuit?
Some of the dealers are nationwide dealers. They do shows all over the country. We've got dealers that go to New York, Chicago. One of the dealers here said he was in Portland and Seattle earlier in March. Actually, he had done 2 shows in Portland and Seattle, and he was also in WonderCon in Oakland. So some of the dealers are nationwide. A lot of the dealers are just local, but it all depends on the dealer and what they want to do.
How does this relate to Comic-Con in San Diego? Is that a totally different
much
thing?
smaller. Comic-Con in San Diego, I was actually out there a number of years ago, about 5 or 6 years ago.
But this is an offshoot of it. This is
No,
separate, independent.
most of the shows are run by independents. There are a couple of nationwide. Wizard World runs a couple of shows all over the country. Most of the bigger shows are independent dealers. Like I said, Ben, who runs this show, has the Annapolis show, the Waldorf show, and then this one. So those are the 3 in this area. And it's all just a matter of if they want to go nationwide or do big shows.
Fantastic.
Jason, I would like to try something where you're actually on camera. Would you like to be on camera? Do you mind? Okay, let's do that. All right, so this is kind of Jason's thing here. So he's a technical person.
In particular that you find that's a highlight of the show? I mean, not to put anything
that I find.
Yeah.
I enjoy the experience. I enjoy talking to people, chatting with people. I'm a collector myself. I've got about 100,000 books at home. I've done my shopping. I enjoy the cosplay like everybody else. I post the photos up on my Facebook page, so it's just the experience for me.
Great.
Yeah.
And we can feel the excitement. Is there a particular vendor here, or a particular that's really like a standout? It's really popular.
I guess it's all dependent on what you're looking for. Because like I said, there's different collectors and different focuses that they have. There was one dealer on the back wall there that I always go to just to look at his books because that's what I want to have as a collection. I can't afford half the stuff on the rack, but it's great to look at from my perspective.
What's the most popular thing that's actually being bought and sold here? Like, what's everybody buying? I know there's some great stuff here, but like, what's the popular thing? Costumes?
We've got people buying the exclusives for the show. Adventure Time is really big. That's the cartoon that's out there, so we got people buying Adventure Time comics all over the show. Obviously, got people buying new comics, old comics. Trade paperbacks are pretty popular. Just whatever people's specific interest is. It really is. There's not one thing that everybody has to have. Everybody's here for their own reasons.
I guess final point, is there a particular trend, as these things go and ebb and flow? Is there something that's trending that's popular that you could say to the cosplay collector crowd?
I think the fact that the movies are out, it's cyclical. Okay, you've got the movies that are coming out. Marvel's got a lot of movies coming out. Free comic book days in a couple of weeks. So it works that way. I mean, we're right before Free Comic Book Day, but we're in prime con season. Con season starts really about early March, and it goes right through the end of summer. So when kids go back to school, that's when the big cons typically stop.
Right.
So.
Okay, what's the next con for you?
My next con will be the La Plata show.
All right.
Actually, I take that back. I'll be in Richmond next weekend. Next weekend there's a big show in Richmond. It's the Virginia Comic Con. So, yep.
Thanks a lot.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
I'd like to try one where he does the same thing for me for just a quick minute. I just want to check with you. Thank you so much.
with Donald? Sure. Okay. Donald, I'm going to stand here.
Give me a headbutt.
Ready?
Yeah.
Okay. Hey, that helmet. Thank you so much for taking the time to get together and speak with us briefly. Look, this has got to be one of the most exciting events that I've seen in Washington, D.C. Period. Not to mention the convention center. So, how would you sort of paraphrase this to people who've never been to one of these things before?
To quote the title of the con,
exactly. About
it's
what
awesome.
it feels like.
This is awesome. Okay, it's an awesome con. And it's awesome for everybody. And if you don't have a good time, it's your own fault.
It is your own fault because
Yes, it
there's
is.
something. I mean, look at the kids. The kids are all dressed up.
And you know what? That's the future. Okay? That's what we're looking for the future. It's not just about today. It's pulling the hobby for the future. You know?
Now,
You can't ask for more than that.
Next to Halloween, you've never seen more costumes in any place than something like this.
Well, like I said, some of these bigger shows that are nationwide get a real bunch of costume contests out. San Diego is all over the place. It's a plethora of characters in San Diego. In the streets of the convention center, they're everywhere. Orlando MegaCon is the same way. New York Con is the same way. It might be the biggest collection we've seen in D.C. in a long time. By no means, it's not the biggest collection that I've seen.
Okay, so for the next hour, I can just walk around and I can actually talk to the vendors. I can learn some things about the characters, learn some things about technology and creativity. At the same time, meeting some very brilliant minds, I think, in some ways. Inventive people.
Very creative people. You have to think about all of these started with a pen and pencil. You know, somebody came up with the idea for all of this just out of the blue.
Wow.
You know, it mushrooms. I mean, you think about for years and years and years. I mean, comic books go back 150, 200 years, and you know, it's nothing more than writing. If you think about it, hieroglyphics in the pyramids are comic books. They tell a story. That's what these are. They're just a continuation of the story medium. So.
Okay, well, I'd just like to introduce Donald to everyone. Donald's been a volunteer for us today, working to try to get things organized, sell some T-shirts, introduce people to some of the dignitaries, if you will, and the talent that's around here.
And welcome them to the comic book world.
And we're expecting thousands of people here today.
Yes, we are. And we hope it continues to grow.
If people want to find out more about the next adventure that comes up, the awesome conventions that you guys do, where can they see you online?
AwesomeCons.com.
Easy enough, right?
Easy enough.
And if you want to buy something online, I'm sure that's possible.
They've got the store online as well at AwesomeCons.com, and each one of the specific shows has got a link off of that webpage as well.
Good. Well, we'll look forward to seeing you again next year. In the meantime, we can follow you around, right?
Sure. Yeah, and enjoy your day.
All right. See you.
Thank you.
I see you right off the bat.
Well, we have a whole group, so
yeah.
You go first, if I can.
Who do we have here, Todd?
How you doing?
I'm doing good. How are you?
You look pretty super.
I feel pretty super.
So the character is, in case no one knows, is I'm guessing it's from a famous movie that Pixar did, right?
No. This is from Young Justice, the TV show.
Oh. That's more recently then.
Yes. I'm Red Arrow, Roy Harper. It's a different costume in the comics than it is in the shows.
I see. So what does what does the character do? What is it that sort of?
He's the protege of Green Arrow, and he's an archer. He's learned.
I saw Green Arrow. Someone dressed as Green Arrow here.
He's actually going to be in the new Arrow show later. I don't know anymore. I haven't watched it in a while.
So it's funny when you have these kind of masks. It's like, oh, no one's supposed to know who you are because you got black around it. That's just a humorous little aspect of superheroes.
Yes, there's always the fun superheroes though that are just like, I don't need a mask, just a curl of my hair, and no one knows who I am.
That's right. Yes, I'm so mysterious that way.
Exactly.
And then who is your associate?
This is also from Young Justice, Red Tornado.
Fast.
And wind powers.
Yes.
And a robot.
I see. A speaking character or not?
Yes, he does speak. In fact, in the comics, he's quite sassy.
Oh, yes?
Yes. In the TV show, he's more motherly.
So what are some of the famous idioms that this person has to offer?
He's pretty much the one who watches the team and makes sure that they're all doing all right, that they're all, he's mentoring the team.
As you said, motherly sometimes.
Yes.
And, yes. Not condescending though. Always.
No.
Okay.
And in the comics, he's very sassy though. What was that one line that you liked? that the team gave him the urge to damage them, and for that he thanked them.
The team gave him the urge to damage them.
Because he had thought he had lost all of his emotion.
Oh.
And they made him so angry that he was glad that they made him angry.
Ah, who do we have back here? Speaking of which, now that person is capable of getting angry, from what I understand. I've seen some anger from that character. Have you met by any
No,
chance?
actually. Nice to meet you.
Where are you all from? You visiting from the area?
We're from Maryland. So.
You're local. You're local.
I am local. I'm borderline of Silver Spring in D.C.
Oh, right in the suburbs. Well, fantastic. What caused you to? I like the lace, Darth.
I love Star Wars.
Yes.
And I don't like the female characters because everyone dresses up as them.
Yeah. Like Princess Leia.
Yes.
Okay. So you decided to feminize the evil character.
Yeah.
I like that.
And nothing's wrong with the dark side.
No question about it. Definitely a marketable character.
We need to go, actually.
Thank you.
Thank you so much for
Thanks a lot.
No problem. Thank you.
Nice.
My name's Martha.
Martha, are you online? Are you on Facebook? Are you on So give us your Facebook again. So people can see. Are you in costume online?
No, I am not.
Actually, I'd like to see you in costume online.
First, I am on Instagram.
Instagram.
I see a lot of Star Wars stuff on my Instagram.
Oh yeah?
And my Instagram's Stormtrooper Bunny.
Stormtrooper Bunny. And what's your Twitter handle?
I do not use Twitter.
Okay, I don't blame you. You're more of a visual person, right?
I am.
Well, great. I'm really glad. So what is the email that people can, if they want to find out more about it?
mbunny93@gmail.
mbunny, B-U-N-N-Y, 93@gmail. And your first name again is? Martha. I'm really glad to meet you. We're Todd and Jason of DesignCeleb.com, and really like the lace. Now, are you promoting a particular vintage lace designer?
This is from Urban Outfitters.
Oh, is it really?
Yes. The rest I cut and made myself.
This is actually Urban. I would have guessed Fredericks of London or something like that, you know?
Yeah, no, I try to buy everything local as much as I can. So it's
There you go.
So tell us, Martha, how did you improvise this costume? Did you take a while? Is it something you were thinking of?
I got, they only sell Darth Vader for men's. Bought one and then I cut, sewed, hemmed, did as much as I could and made it as feminine as possible.
You filled it out.
It looks
beautifully.
fantastic.
It really does look.
Can I get you? I want to get you in the crowd in the background. Yeah, great job. Tell us about the cape. How did you make the cape?
Let's do the introduction we talked about. Okay. Want to do that? Okay. We're going to start this off and do an introduction segment. Okay. All right. We've got one of our more beautifully and appropriately dressed participants here today, Martha from Silver Spring. And Martha, I just want everyone to know what inspired you to take on an evil character like Darth Vader and make it more attractive and feminized and maybe even more pleasant.
Because I like Star Wars.
Yeah, you can take this off.
So, I love Star Wars.
Yeah.
Some feminine twist to Darth Vader, make it look sexy. And so that's what I did.
I have a feeling that it's very effective. From one of the guys that I've seen watching you as we talk. Now you've also got a lightsaber.
I also got a lightsaber.
There you go.
Force choking everyone as well.
Really?
Nice.
Choke you.
Oh no, please!
Oh, let's get that
I'm
on
afraid
camera.
I'd like that. Well, why don't we just get a little pose?
Todd, why don't you play along with the force choking?
Okay. Well, I don't know how does that work. Oh, it's like kind of like the force. Oh, okay.
You're gonna feel it.
So I don't know if I want to. You know, I got health insurance. I got to watch out for my personal health. But Darth, I want to thank you so much, Martha, so to speak. Thank you again. Do you do costumes on a regular basis?
Every Comic-Con nearby, I'll go and I'll dress up. This is a first. This is definitely a first.
Have you been to Baltimore?
Yes, I was there last year.
Yeah.
So.
Indeed. You're going to make a lot of friends today, and I'm sure you have already so far. And so you're on Facebook?
Facebook and Instagram.
And your character is called?
Just Lady Darth Vader.
Lady Darth Vader.
There's more of us. It's growing. It's a growing costume.
Yes.
See some more.
You're going to evolve it a little bit, right?
Yeah, why not?
Yeah.
It's great.
Yeah, it sure does. It looks great on you. I really have to. And your instrumentation, all the instruments seem to be working very balanced. See you soon. Thank you.
They're so cute. Oh god. I didn't see the second one. G-R-E-G.
one quick video interview?
Only if we can do it by contest.
We can do it very fast if you like.
Can we do it around for the contest when you're heading over there?
Oh, sure. Okay. Where's that going to be, upstairs?
It's around the corner.
Okay.
Once they sign up, the judges will pick who they like the best.
Oh. So this has got to be fun. I mean, this is
Yeah, it's all comic book, sci-fi, movies.
And what's your name?
I'm David.
And David, are you one of the festival organizers or?
Volunteer.
Yeah. So you work with Ben? Ben is one of the guys, and he's here too, right?
Yes. Yes, he is.
And what's your specific role? You work at this table?
Yes. I'm kind of guiding people along so that they can sign up for the contest. And
have you ever done this before?
Different capacities, anime conventions.
Okay, so you've seen some cool costumes in your time.
Yeah, I have.
Like this dude over here. What do you think this is? This is very interesting contrast here. I love it. White, glittering. So tell us about the character. You're obviously X-Men.
Yes, I'm Emma Frost here with my X-Men group. We have Wolverine. So,
and who's the actress that plays your character in the real movie?
You know, January Jones.
January Jones, a very popular lady.
Yes.
I know this.
Yes, she is.
Yeah.
Tough competition there to live up to her
Yeah, I know,
standards.
but you're doing good. You really got you must be working out or something. Something's working out for you, so to speak. And who's your friend?
This is Wolverine /
Wolverine. And you would have sharp fingernails.
They're a bit dangerous though, so we can't bring them out.
No, I don't blame
Too many people.
I know, I don't blame you. You got to be conscious of the safety factor as well. But Wolverine is known for some very interesting athletic movements and so on, right? Are you familiar with all some of the poses that he does?
Oh yeah, I got this one.
Yeah, I can imagine that.
Yeah, I got that one.
And the actor is Hugh Jackman, who's a very well-known Australian.
He is Australian, and he's 6 feet tall, but you know, I'm more handsome.
But you are impressively proportionate.
Yeah.
So, you looking forward to the contest coming up?
Very much.
Indeed. Looking forward to winning.
Looking forward to winning, exactly.
What are the prizes, do you know?
I don't know. Infamous glory. Name and glory.
And that's always good for something.
Yes.
Speaking of which, are you on Facebook or any of the social media sites?
Not as Emma Frost.
I'd like to see you as anything that you decide would be appropriate for the public. Maybe even a businesswoman.
All right.
Yeah.
Thank you.
So are you a businesswoman?
Not at the moment.
Are you looking to be a businesswoman?
Potentially.
Okay. So you're in school then?
Yes.
And where do you go to college?
I'm about to be a freshman at Stony Brook University.
And where's that?
In Long Island.
Oh, you're from up
From around here, but I'm headed up there for
You're
college.
heading. You're going to leave your parents and you're
Yes,
going to go
I
up
am.
here and they're going to say, oh,
No, they're going to be crying so much. That's the plan.
Well, I'm glad to meet you. And your name is?
Sadie.
Sadie Bell. And your name is?
Chase.
And you guys, are you going to go up to Stony Brook also or no?
No, I'm going to Maryland.
University of Maryland College Park.
Yeah.
Go Terps. Right?
Yeah.
Make it happen.
Yeah.
What's your major?
Physics.
Physics seems appropriate somehow for this business. Right? Okay. All right. Well, thanks for taking the time to speak with us. This is DesignSlab.com. And you guys look great together, and hopefully you'll do well in the costume contest. If not, then you can always enjoy Halloween.
Thank you.
You want to introduce us real quick to the rest of the crew here?
Of course. So, yes. Here we have the rest of our X-Men crew. We have Bishop over here. And Rogue.
Bishop is losing his patch there, but there we go.
We got Bishop. He's doing better. The Rogue and Storm.
Storm is Holly Berry in the real movie, right?
And Professor Higgins.
Hi, good to meet you. So, what do you guys do together? You fly, you fight,
I have a robot arm and I have a large amount of guns, but due to the fact that I'm in D.C. and I want to go to Guantanamo, I decided not to bring those said guns.
There you go.
So yeah, just flying on a budget today.
Good. Well, we know what you're capable of.
Yeah. Just kind of look at people intimidatingly and then...
Yeah, and they say, and you just look at them like, dude, I could shoot you.
I could.
If we weren't in DC.
We're not in DC. So yeah.
Do you all know each other?
Yeah.
Do you guys have a fan page or Facebook page?
No.
Are you social media compliant or what?
We all have our separate social media, but it's our first con together.
Yeah.
So
maybe you should start a web page.
Maybe.
You look so good together. Okay. So I just want to make sure we get this to you. So if you want to provide us with any contact information, then we'd be happy to share it with you. We are designceleb.com. So just wanted to say hello and thank you. So where are you from? You are obviously, as you pointed out, from here.
Yes.
You're going north. You're going along. Where are you from?
I'm from Herndon, Virginia, so Nova, and
That's right, Nova, Virginia.
We're all heading off to college next year, so I'm going to be heading down to University of Miami.
Miami?
So, yeah.
To warmer weather.
Warmer weather, yeah.
Okay.
Looking forward to it.
You will need guns down there. No, just kidding. Okay, and where are you from?
Also Herndon.
Herndon, and that's a high-tech area, right? There's a lot of technology out in Herndon.
Yeah.
Jobs out in Herndon.
Yeah.
That's what I hear.
Yeah.
Right? Good economy out there.
Yeah, it's a good economy.
Yeah. So you can always come back and get a job.
Yeah.
Okay. And you, Storm.
I'm from here as well.
And so what part of here are you from?
Look, I told you.
Herndon, you're also from Herndon.
Yeah.
You'll all be hanging out in the hood together. Cool. You, sir, where are you from?
I'm also from Herndon.
Okay, so is it a coincidence?
It's not a coincidence.
You're all neighbors.
We live in the same house.
Yes.
Oh, you live in the same house?
Not all.
Okay. You're the dad. Cool. So they're behaving?
So far.
Okay. All right. Well, thank you so much for sharing. Yeah, I really appreciate that. I love your costumes. You all look like you're in great shape, by the way. Very physical people, etc.
Hi, Professor X.
All right.
Hi, Storm.
Just want to say
Rogue.
goodbye.
I am a Frost. Hi, Wolverine. Hi, Aiden. Bishop. Bishop. I'm sorry, because of the glasses, I couldn't see the X scar on your eye.
I think he could do an interview too.